We always had a lot of fun with this one.
The birth of cool and the birth of rock and roll. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Billboard chart-topping rock songs of the 1950s. For this list, we focused on rock songs that reached #1 on the Billboard charts while making a definitive mark on 50s pop culture. What is now known as the Billboard Hot 100 did not exist for the majority of the 50s, so for the purposes of this list, we're only considering those rock songs that topped either the top 100, the best sellers in stores, or, after August 1958, the Hot 100. Though a song like Great Balls of Fire is one of the best-selling singles of all time, it only topped the country chart in the US, and therefore it will not be making our list.
Oh, baby, drive me crazy. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Number 10, at the hop, Danny and the Juniors.
Well, you can rock it, you can roll it, do the stop and even stroll it at the hop.
It's a rock and roll doo-wop classic and our number 10 pick. The song describes the dance scene popular with the teenagers of the 1950s, and thanks to its fast tempo and bouncy melody, the single no doubt took the music industry by storm.
Let's go to the hop, let's go.
Hitting #1 on the top 100 as well as the R&B bestsellers list, At the Hop proved that Danny and the Juniors had an enormous crossover hit on their hands.
Let's go to the hop, oh baby, let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop.
Number 9, Sleepwalk, Santo and Johnny. A rare instrumental hit on the Billboard Hot 100, this 1959 track was written by brothers Santo and Johnny Farina after waking up one night at 2 in the morning. Featuring some killer slide guitar and a bass line that is as dreamy as dreams themselves, Sleepwalk is an early precursor to the surf rock genre, as well as a timeless classic that just never gets old. Covered by artists old and new, there's no denying the influence that Sleepwalk has had on the rock genre, as well as the influence that Santo and Johnny has had on the music industry.
Then your love will hold you round, round, round in your heart's a song.
Number 8, Round and Round, Perry Como.
Go spinning round, 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 'cause you found what you've been dreaming of.
A song that you just can't help but tap your feet to, Perry Como created a pop-inspired phenomenon when he released this classic track in 1957.
Find a wheel, and it goes round, 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 till it skims along with a happy sound.
Written by songwriters Joe Shapiro and Lou Stallman, Round and Round proved to be Como's last Billboard #1 song, but it was certainly one of his best. While it only lasted a week at #1 on the bestsellers in stores list, it is certainly a highlight in a decade full of hit songs and multi-talented artists.
We can put it round, 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 and the tide's so strong. You're too hard to find, put it on. The one you found, for you know this is really love.
Well, since my baby left,
Number 7, Heartbreak Hotel, Elvis Presley.
well, it's down at the end of Lonely Street at Heartbreak Hotel. I'll make you so lonely, baby.
The voice, the look, the moves. Elvis Presley had it all back in the mid-50s, and it was this song that caused parents and their children to shake their head for completely different reasons. Inspired by a news report of a suicide note reading, "I Walk a Lonely Street," Heartbreak Hotel eventually inspired a young George Harrison to audition for the Beatles and left a lasting imprint on another young boy that would eventually front Led Zeppelin.
You'll be so lonely, baby. You'll be lonely. You'll be so lonely. you could die.
Elvis's first major hit spent 7 weeks at number 1 on the Top 100, and less than a year later, All Shook Up held the top spot for 8.
All shook up.
Number 6, All I Have to Do Is Dream, the Everly Brothers.
Dream, dream, dream when I want you.
Who doesn't love this song? Well, according to the Billboard charts of 1958, nobody, as All I Have to Do Is Dream reached number 1 across the board, even on the country charts, for crying out loud.
Make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day.
With golden boy looks and angelic voices, the Everly Brothers produced one of the most acclaimed pop singles of all time, which Stephen Colbert and Elvis Costello once performed live on a 2010 episode of The Colbert Report.
Oh, I need you so that I could die. I love you so.
Written by Felice and Boudleaux Bryant, All I Have to Do Is Dream came 1 year after another chart-topping collaboration in Wake Up Little Susie.
Ooh la la, wake up little Susie. Wake up little Susie.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yeah, that'll be the day when you make me cry.
Number 5, That'll Be the Day, the Crickets.
Cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, you give me all your loving and you turtle doving.
Inspired by the John Wayne film The Searchers, Buddy Holly and his band collectively wrote a love song about a man's cynical take on his girl's threats.
Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye, yeah, that'll be the day when you make me cry.
However, due to the lead singer's existing record contract, the Crickets were ultimately given the performing credit. For the next year and a half, Buddy Holly emerged as a transformative rock star until the 1959 plane crash that took his life. But his legacy endures, as That'll Be the Day became the first recording of 4 lovable lads from Liverpool known as the Quarrymen, otherwise known as the Beatles.
That'll be the day when you say goodbye, yeah, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die.
Number 4, Jailhouse Rock, Elvis Presley.
Walking through a party in the county jail. The prison band was there, they began to wail.
For the King of Rock's 3rd feature film, the songwriting duo of Lieber and Stoller penned a comedic 2.5-minute number that became a definitive Elvis hit.
The whole rhythm section was a purple gang, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock.
In fact, America was so overwhelmed by Presley's dynamic performance that most didn't recognize the overt homoerotic lyrics of Jailhouse Rock.
Shift to Henry said the books, for heaven's sake. No one's looking out a chance to make a break. Bobsy turned to Shifty and he said, Nix, Nix, I wanna stick around, I wanna get my kick.
Whatever the case, it became an iconic production in the history of rock and roll, and was quite the feather in the cap of Elvis to discuss with his fellow soldiers over the next 2 years in the U.S. Army. Number 3, Tequila, the Champs. It's been proven that Americans will completely lose their mind anytime a rock song references alcohol, and in 1958, this track made a nation of rebels without a cause to get down to a sexy mambo beat. You don't hear many people talking about the musical history of the Champs today, but their song has long been a staple of American pop culture and dive bar jukeboxes. Tequila is essential for any party playlist, and way back when, it was not only topping the pop chart, but the R&B chart as well.
This one's called Rock Around the Clock. Bill Haley.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Number 2, Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley and his Comets.
10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. What is that right so?
In a time when America was on the verge of a cultural revolution, this song infused an unknown groove into the bodies of millions. Hey, it was 1954, and when Rock Around the Clock hit the radio, teenagers weren't exactly hip to shaking their hips, and you damn well know their parents weren't either. As one of the most well-known rock and roll songs ever recorded, Rock Around the Clock paved the way for a crazy new brand of music. While it was the Italian-American Sunny Day that first recorded the song, Bill Haley and his Comets introduced it to a larger audience that was undoubtedly ready to rock. This is where we normally have honorable mentions, but there aren't any this time around. So on to our top pick. Number 1, Hound Dog, Elvis Presley.
Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
In the early 50s, a couple of teenage songwriters met a blues singer by the name of Willie Mae Big Mama Thornton, and while the latter would never quite reach the same success again, the combo known as Lieber and Stoller went on to write numerous chart toppers for the king himself.
Yeah, you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Hound Dog is widely recognized as a song that sparked a rock and roll revolution, as Elvis's wailing vocals and classic performances embodied what a young generation of Americans were experiencing: individual freedom.
Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine.
Just as the original recording was slightly altered for a new audience, generations upon generations would later alter rock music to reflect their own reality, and it all began with this Elvis classic. So, do you agree with our selections? What is your favorite chart-topping rock song of the 50s? For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Well, how you feel now, man?
Ooh, man.